it had just broke down. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to continue with working with this quad, and yes, in this video we'll try to get this thing even better. So there is little bit stuff remaining to be done on this thing so that it could run even better. The first thing is the open air filter over here. So I just installed one piece. I need to install it, like double it up, so that there will be plenty of intake. I just removed the rubber so that it will get extra air. For a test drive I did this, but I cannot keep it like this because it's getting direct airflow, which isn't great. And so let's just continue with that, and we can sort out the rest of the things on this thing. So guys, I got some PVC piping which was laying around over here, and the last time which I made some sort of elbow sort of thing, and the same thing I have got it. So now I have to make another hole over here and to fit one over here and one over this side. So there will be two intakes, two air filter on this thing. Yes guys, so I did two PVC exits over here. I have used some PVC pipings over here, and I need to get one more of this so that I could install it over this side, and even got the blow pipe installed. It wasn't installed before, so I got it done. Now I have got a blow pipe and two air filter. I need to get the other one as well. It is done. So next step we can move on to something else, but let's just put everything back on together, because let's just install the plastic covers on it, and we can figure out the dashboard of this thing. Thank God I did open up the front wheel, and yes, what I have found that the bearing are completely seized up. On this side it was completely seized up, but on this side it is still better, but it's having a little bit of biting and all. So I need to get 4 of these replaced so that there won't be any sort of stopping when I rip this thing up. Let's just change up the bearing over here. Thank God I did check it up, because I had the same issue on my power wheel build. I had went for a top speed run on that thing and everything, and when I had opened it up for the paint, that time I realized that all the bearings are seized. Like all the bearings. I did check up for the rear bearing, they were fine, not that bad, but they was good in condition. These two looks way too worse. So let's just change them up. Guys, off camera I was thinking about this thing, and I don't need speed meter because I cannot make it that speed meter to work over here. So these three are the important things: temperature gauge, fuel gauge, and the RPM gauge. So it's going to be somewhat over here like this. I have tried to match up the design at the front also, so hopefully it turns out great. It's looking great right now, and I could easily see as well. That's what the plan is, to install it over here. But first I was thinking to install it underneath over here, but I have to give it some sort of angle over here, but like this over here it won't look that great, so better to go on the steering wheel. So on the steering wheel it will look even much better. That's what the plan is. So let's just cut out the sheet on a plastic sheet. This is cardboard. I have just tried to make a design. So let's just cut out on a cardboard and try to fit it over here. So there's going to be some lights over here for the neutral and for the engine oil. We can say that 2 lights will be there, and even if I need, means I could install anything underneath there also. So there's plenty of enough space over here also. Go to the belt sander and sand it out. Yes, guys, got it done. It took me a crazy amount of time to get this thing done. Yes, I did end up in cracking out a little bit over here because it wasn't that hot enough, and I tried to bend it out, so I just cracked out a little bit over here, but that's fine. It's not that big of a issue. I could just apply something on that and fill up the crack over there and paint it. So this thing is going to be painted out, but man, I need to fill up the entire joint over here, and even this thing is sticking out a little bit, so I need to correct that as well, and even correct this as well. So it's sticking out a little bit, but it's going to work fine. Yes, it is a little bit wobbly, so I need to find out another one mount so that it could be steady at its place. So let's just see what I comes up with. I'm thinking to go use the steering bolt again. I have used two of them, and again I'm thinking to make something over here and glue it down there and connect with this and any of these bolts, so it's going to be steady. So right now it's shaky, so when I will just hit any jumps and all, so it will be moving crazy, it will be moving like crazy, so I don't want that thing to happen. So I want it to be a little bit steadier right there. But other than that, everything turned out perfect. Let's just make it like glue it down entirely and give some cross bracing inside over here and even also over here. So yes guys, I have to keep in mind that I have to go install two lights over here, one for the neutral and one for the engine oil light. That's the two light I want to install on this dashboard. Any other than that, there was about 6 light in the dashboard of the bike, so I don't want the turn signal and high beam speed and also that also lights I don't need. I just need for the neutral light and the engine oil light. That's enough for this bike. So let's just remove it out and try to get this thing filled with something glue sort of thing. I'm using epoxy glue, so it will be strong enough to hold this thing up. Yes guys, got the dashboard installed and it is pretty solid. I don't want it to be more solid because if it's more solid means I could end up ruining up the gauges and all. So that thing is done. Now I'm thinking to cancel this thing up, like the starter switch and the kill switch. So I just robbed out a key switch out of a generator I was having over here. So I robbed it out and it's having like off, on and start. So there are 3 functions in this key switch. So now let's just wire this thing up over here and try to use this switch as a starter switch and a kill switch also. Yes guys, I took it out for a spin on my neighborhood. There was a little bit of sand and I hit the sand with this thing, and unbelievable guys, this thing does not want to go at all at dunes, because the main reason is that I cannot just go way fast at the dunes and hills and everything. So it's almost staying at lower RPM, like 1 or 2 or 3 maximum. That RPM this engine does not have any torque at all. So when I try to hardly accelerate it, it starts to get missing because of the gearing. The gearing isn't that perfect on this bike. So yes guys, right now it's 30 teeth sprocket over here. So I was thinking to get a 36 teeth sprocket and fit it over there, but unfortunately I don't have time to go and get that sprocket. So what I'm thinking right now is to rob out the sprocket which was original on the bike, like 42 teeth sprocket, and put it over there, so that if it works, it works. If it does not, means it will depend on the torque. Like if it has enough torque, means I'll keep that. If it does not have like more than what I need, so I can just go slightly lower than that. That's the better option, simply to get it that sprocket fitted over here. That's the best option. Yes guys, we are here at the dunes and you can see already it is running right now. And I don't understand one thing on this thing, that there is some sort of missing, like the engine isn't showing perfect power right now. I don't know what happened. It was running perfect. I tested out at my place, so when I bring it to the dunes, it just started to hesitate and all. So I don't know what's happening with this thing right now, but still we are going to ride this thing. I don't want to take it back home without riding it. So let's just ride it and see how this thing performs. Yes! That's what I call the power, man. Goes, man, it just goes. It just goes. He's on 3 wheels right now. There's smoke coming from the bike. There's the sensor wrapping. The smoke of a sensor wrapping. That's the cover. This is what I called a hill climb, man. It's having some sort of missing, but still it's keeping up this hill climbs and everything. I can't believe it, man. Yes guys, it had just broke down. The fuel pump has stopped working. It was old fuel pump which came with this engine, so I just installed it. I wasn't knowing that it is going to stop working in the middle of desert, and now I have to take this thing all the way back. But my brother's going to bring the car, and we're just going to load this thing up and take it all the way back home, because we cannot run it without the fuel pump. The fuel pump has just stopped working. So that's what unfortunately it has just happened. So I don't want it to break down at this point, but Still guys, there's no other option. It was unexpected, and even there it was overheating all the way, like more than half. So I don't know what's exactly wrong with this engine, or is it a water pump which is not working perfectly, or is it the fan? I have installed double fan, but still I don't think so they are enough, or what. I will just find out, or maybe I'm just going to increase, like triple them up. So I need to get that thing sorted out, so that this will leave the heating problem, because right now it's getting hot, and even this has just vomited also. This engine has vomited also. And yes guys, in the dunes we need to push the engine to the max, because if we are not pushing it, we are not going to climb all the way up there. It is normal, I think so. I don't know what is the height of this thing, but it's way too high. I was thinking even bigger hill climbs than this to go with this thing, but still unfortunately it just broke down over here. So guys, I hope you all guys enjoyed my video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out any of my future videos. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.